Right, we're live. Okay, welcome to the Indie Bandits Twitch channel. Bloody hell, I was going to say YouTube first there. And YouTube channel. I'm Jimmy and I'm here with Joe.
Good evening, Jimmy.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. It's good to be back. I guess we had a weekend off last time out due to Englishman-related duties, I would say.
Football duties.
Yes. Is it coming home, James? Is it coming home?
I don't know. I don't want to use the I want to just be able to say it came home rather than talking about whether or not it's coming home. But anyway, I guess I'll just jump straight into it. Where Captain John's about to have a throwdown with Captain Lars, so let's just jump straight in.
Right. Do you want to hear what would have happened in real life on our last campaign? Because it would have been a doozy last time round. Let's just say more than just defending Bruges happened in the years between 1284 and 1318 in medieval England.
Go on then.
Well, to get things started in 1290, Edward I expelled all the Jews from England, which, you know, not for that, but it did happen. Then he moved on to invade Scotland and take, right, it took me ages to read this correctly, the Stone of Destiny from Scone to Westminster.
Scone.
Scone, alright. Well, because Stone and Scone are written so similarly, I misread it as taking the Scone of Destiny to Westminster.
As fun as that would have been.
It would be better. And if it was from Scone and not Scone, though it is spelt Scone, they should have just been like, where's the Stone of Destiny? And they'd be like, Scone.
Oh, right, yeah.
There you can. Just have that one. Just that one's free.
That one's free.
That one's free.
Cheers.
Start the stream on a high. It's not gonna get better. Rudin drops in to just drop by to say England Sunday. Let's do this. Yes, but don't jinx it, Rudin. That's all we got to say. Hopefully, the team, if they do want to pop by and watch this stream, they might feel inspired by our patriotism of kicking arse across Europe. Maybe that's why they're doing so well, James.
Well, because we're smashing Europe.
Literally, they were like, you know what? I like how the plucky Indie Bandits kicking arse across Europe on Medieval 2 Total War, and they felt inspired to do the same on the continental footballing stage.
It sounds perfectly legitimate.
I think the facts speak for themselves. And keeping on with some of the things that would have happened historically, there was the Battle of Stirling Bridge, where the Scots under William Wallace defeat the English, but they never bring that up, so we don't really need to talk about that.
It's a piece of history that never ever comes up.
Battle of Falkirk, King Edward defeats Wallace. That's in 1298.
I remember that
1301. Edward I makes his eldest son, also Edward, Prince of Wales, a title the eldest son of the English monarch continues to take this day. So that's why our monarchs are called the Prince of Wales when they're the son of the king. 1305, William Wallace is executed by the English. That also doesn't get mentioned as much by our beloved.
Didn't the Scots get really annoyed with William Wallace? Weren't they pretty peeved because he kept angering? I mean, for legitimate reason. I'm not going to say shouldn't have been trying to rebel against the English, but I'm pretty sure the Scots were fed up with him by the end of it because he just kept
stop
causing
upsetting the apple cart.
Yeah, he kept causing lots of trouble. Whoa.
Yeah. But also for the very same reason, that's why the Scots like him so much today.
Yeah.
Causing trouble for the English is a popular pastime amongst the Scots, as this football tournament also proved. The only team thus far that England hasn't scored against,
or beaten,
yes. But yeah, and this continues this whole English-Scottish thing. Let's just say it didn't end in 1305. But in 1306, Robert Bruce crowned King of the Scots. 1307, Edward I dies, succeeded by Edward II. Marries Isabella, daughter of the French king, a couple of years later. 1314, Scots led by Robert the Bruce defeat the English at the Battle of Bannockburn, also an event that goes infrequently mentioned. And you know what? I feel I know more about Scottish history for just how often I'm told about it, and this is you know, par for the course. If like me, you have Scottish relatives, they'll let you know. And finally, to end on a high, millions die in the Great European Famine. The famine was a product of a cooler and damper climate, coupled with the fact that we couldn't store grain effectively at the time. Elsewhere in the world, not during the same time, but on this day today, Argentina is celebrating its independence from Spain. Obviously, it's still independent. It has been for some time. I don't mean they've just got it. This isn't breaking news, by the way. Argentina has been an independent sovereign nation since 1816, where on this day they declared independence from Spain. Well, declared, you know. Normally the message takes a while to get there, doesn't it? And in 1877, on this day, the very first Wimbledons took place. Wimbledons? Yeah.
Wimbledon,
you know what I mean?
Place.
Of the first of the Wimbledons. There's been a few. There's a Wimbledon every year, so surely there have been several Wimbledons.
Yeah, but you would say the first Wimbledon tournament took place, or the first tournament at Wimbledon took place. You wouldn't say the first Wimbledons.
No, the first of the Wimbledons, I think is what I was trying to say. But, you know, like they're a family, the Wimbledons. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? So Wimbledon started.
Wimbledon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but that's how it went down. Where are we defending, by the way? Now that we're caught up there,
or
medieval
defending
history.
Antwerp. Hang on, are we still fighting these? All right, kill them. What am I doing?
Danes. Didn't we see off the Danes? Is that not?
Didn't realize we were still giving these guys a spanking.
So, on this stream, once we see off the Danes, do we go on and see off the Italians? Is this how this is going to work?
Yeah, I have to do this exactly the same way that Gareth's done it. Or is going to do it.
Believe in Gareth. Believe in him.
Captain Gareth.
Also, got some excellent choice birthdays for today, by the way. Everyone's favourite actor, Tom Hanks, is celebrating his birthday today.
Oh.
Or, as you know and love.
Oh my God, Tom Hanks.
Since my last is French in France, Tom Hanks is known as Domination.
Domination.
Which is just brilliant.
Sounds like nearly the name of like a beloved like children's character, like a pig.
Like in the Night Garden or something.
Yeah.
Domination.
It's Domination.
Look everyone, it's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks has joined us. How are you doing,
Tom? He's come out to win Oscars.
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. It's also Courtney Love's birthday. Wikipedia does not have her down as a murderer, so we'll just have to go with that and say she didn't kill Kurt Cobain, which seems fair. No proof. But also, do you know who shares his birthday with Courtney Love? Same day, same year.
Steve Coogan.
No, that would be fun.
This is the first name that popped into my head.
That's an interesting first choice. I like it. Gianluca Vialli.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one because you know who else is celebrating their birthday today? Paolo Di Canio.
Ah.
Imagine if we could ruin both their birthday weekends on Sunday.
Oof.
Liked both of them as well. So really not. You know what I mean, don't really want to ruin their birthday weekends, but if it does mean
their birthday weekends,
if it does mean 55 years of hurt is ending, then I'll take that.
Yep.
It's also Jack White's birthday, so you've probably, if you've been watching the footy, you've probably been hearing a lot of one of his most popular songs since Seven Nation Army has become a mainstay of European football.
Just sport in general, isn't it? It's played all the time.
Yeah, it did. I don't know where it came. think it started in European football. I mean, obviously, it started by being a song by the White Stripes, but I think it was quickly adopted. I'm gonna say Germany, but that might not be right here. But I think it was in European football where they just felt like the song worked really well to chant and sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems to work at all these things. What's that?
It's got a nice simple melody that works well if you want to sing the melody in a sequences of like it's one of those.
Yes.
Like not like I don't feel that aria Queen of the Night from the Magic Flute would work as well in an voice like football fans being like probably wouldn't be as good, though it would be epic if they did that as their team came out, if it was like in perfect harmony of 50-odd thousand football fans doing aria Queen of the Night or whatever it's called. Aria Queen of the Night.
It'd be funny though.
Or the Night Queen, maybe. Queen of the Night aria. That's it.
We are besieged.
Yeah, because her name isn't aria. Aria is the like type of music it is.
They're talking again. My God.
Yeah, can we not go chin the French yet?
To our people, sire.
We didn't get an opportunity to chin
but then
them.
everyone just keeps having a go.
Or maybe no. I feel that we can't go chin the French because we didn't have an opportunity to go see them. So maybe we should nash off and give the Germans a good hiding again.
Our people rule these waters. Okay, what are you doing?
Is that the Great Dane, by the way?
I am not here to negotiate the truce.
Calm you.
Is he the one who wants you to taste his pee?
Oh no, you're covered in my hot pee.
Name the field of battle.
Oh man, I think we're gonna lose that one.
Talk is cheap.
Which in?
Come face me.
Right, I'm gonna have to raise. Ugh, expensive. Ugh.
Is that like money or raise as in how you raise like a city?
I'm gonna raise an army and I'm gonna go
Yes,
spank those
that's better
Spaniards.
then. I'd love the idea if it was just to go spank them.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of people with like studded leather gloves. They're like, yes, we are here for your spanking Spaniards. Bend over.
It's time to spank.
My lord.
You know what time it is.
I respect you, my enemy.
Alright. I don't
You
respect
just called you his enemy, aren't you his king? Or you
that's the
clicking on someone else?
the
Dane.
douche outside the city here, the brigands. Damn brigands.
brigand?
Can't move for a brigand these days.
What's a brigand?
Like a man who lives outside the law. Like a criminal.
Is that just a special name for a criminal then?
Makes him sound fancier.
Rui.
It's not looking
Rui.
good.
Rui looks like he's about to whoop us.
We're a little
We
bit
have to find-
outnumbered here.
Can we not just like dig in? Is that not a thing?
Well, they have catapults and many other things to siege, so no. Ooh, Knights of Santiago. That sounds like fun.
Nice. They've done the St. James's Way, I'm guessing.
Possibly.
One would assume. Oh, does it say that? Does the description will include that, won't it?
It might do.
Right, it's time
Santiago
for an
de
organised
Compostela.
English defence. Yes. Yeah, is that not a... It's not time for our patented organised English defence.
It is. It just, it's like we're playing against 3 teams here. What? Why? Oh man, they've got people on both sides. They're being sneaky. They're being sneaky devils. Hang on, where are they?
Do you
gonna
get
try
a
and get in?
position, dudes? Don't you?
Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
a time limit on this thing? Like, do you just position them within the...
Yeah, no, there's a time limit. You know what I might do? I might just like shoot them a lot.
Position the dudes?
Yeah. I'm gonna put me half decent soldiers up here. Okay, just go there, man. Don't know if it's worth having. What do they got? Where are they? Miles away. Right. Okay. I'm not sure it's worth defending these walls. Are just going to batter them down, so I might just pull everyone back to the inner... Pardon me, the inner wall. We're going to have a Reet Barney at the inner wall.
It seems like, yeah, it's just a lot of...
Where's that fountain?
Don't just leave the walls. Can we just meet at the fountain? Just throw a penny in and make a wish.
I'd live here. You know what? I'd live in this bit here, right up here. I like this.
The big ass castle, or
no, not a castle.
Just a nice house.
Just this house here,
Yeah.
overlooking the nice courtyard, and then you get a view out here
on
as
top
well.
of the castle wall.
Yeah, I'd live there.
That's decent.
That'd be my choice.
But property prices up there are absolutely mental.
It's all right. I inherited it.
It's useful to be the king.
Yeah. Right, you can be there. You can be there, and I just have to hope that they're stupid enough to just walk right up the middle here.
One thing we have seen in this game is that the AI is not always genius.
They aren't. They
But this
frequently
is a
are the opposite of that.
15-year-old game. This right, 2006.
Yeah.
I love it when they get a little wriggle on when you speed it up.
Right, you can go here, go here, these can go here, and these guys can block this just in case they get over the walls. Over
Like that kind of aqueduct looking thing. Can you, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Would be a shame
Out
to
this
see
spread.
it battered by a catapult or whatever. But
No,
can they get the
I've
internal
got-
walls? Can they wreck that stuff, or is it just the walls that can get wrecked in the game?
I don't know. I've got
'Cause
Tony and his mates.
they never smash them, do they? They never like
These snazzy
smash the
outfits.
internal walls.
I like this Croatia style checkerboard snazzy uniform going on over there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how good checkerboard is on the battlefield. I mean, I'm guessing these uniforms aren't historically accurate because
It makes you 20% more efficient as a
it's
fighter.
flashy.
Yeah.
The walls have fallen. Steel and
Yep.
valiant hearts must be our walls now.
So now we just move folk over to that and
No,
Dig
waiting
in?
for them to come in.
oh, so this is literally just in this internal bit. We're just like
I'm
just
hanging
smash
out
all
in
the walls
here.
that you want. There's literally nothing for them to
No.
take from
You
there.
can spend all day smashing them walls down if you want.
Does it affect how much it costs to repair them the more damage it gets done, or is it just like
Yeah.
walls when that gets you pay to... Alright, so
No,
if they
no.
literally destroyed all the walls, it would be more expensive than if they just made one hole in them.
It would. But the AI is so dumb, they're just going to sit there and literally use their entire ammunition on making holes in the walls. Now maybe they'll come in. Oh, they're on the move now. Here they come. Here they come.
So they're gonna...
I should have just told these guys they can wait inside for a bit, shouldn't I?
Just have a sit down. Have a
So
sit down.
they're getting all
Put
wet now. Like they'll be
the
soaked
kettle on.
through.
Yeah.
It's alright,
your
lads.
feet up,
Get
put the
inside.
kettle on.
Just wait.
Keep in mind, we're waiting for the Spanish, so...
Exactly. I mean, they'll,
No
they'll
rush,
have a
no
they'll have
rush.
a coffee break halfway through their siege.
The walls are
That'd be
no longer
so funny.
ours.
There's this
The enemy have taken
video that a mate of mine sent me from an old BBC report, which I think
shit.
is a
Where
joke
did these
report.
guys come from? Oh, they smashed down that wall.
Yeah, they're on their way.
Oh no.
And it's got this it's from the 60s, so it's kind of hard to tell if the guy's being serious or it's a joke most of the way through, because I think he's just being racist about the Spanish all the way through until it gets to the end where he's literally like, look at these mice in a bodega, they're drunk, and then it's all about how like the Spanish breakfast isn't good enough and it makes them really lazy and all this like stereotypically racist stuff, and it's presented so like dryly that you're like, I think this might just be a legit BBC presentation from the 60s and people are just being super racist. And then it's like, and look, even the rats in the bloody wine cellar are lazy as well because they don't eat a proper English breakfast. And I'm like, yeah, this might be a joke. But it's weird as hell in terms of like tone. It's like, you know, even like growing up British, I didn't think I had the sensibility for how dry this was going to be in terms of like the humor it was trying to put across. They're still not on it though. It's because they haven't had a full English breakfast. That's why.
Yeah.
Just had a little cake and coffee. Not enough for breaking down walls. You want to break down walls? You need a fry up.
Ah, okay. Well,
oh, there they go.
Here they come. Benny Hill through the door.
Yeah. Don't.
It's all right. We'll get hammered by me, spearmen. Or prodded.
Prodded until they go to sleep.
By St. George, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him,
That didn't take long, did it?
Don't send him in first, really.
I know. Oh, here's our enemy. Here's our general. Oh, he's gonna get battered here.
Our general has thrown his life away.
Well,
Perhaps
1 for 1.
of victory with it.
Oh, where are you going?
Are we all getting up now? Since,
No.
Do they not get like proper shaken by the loss of the
not if they're
general?
winning. I mean, they do. Obviously, you take a small morale penalty, but it's not like catastrophic. Are these guys just chilling out in some weird formation? Oh, they look snazzy. These St. Jimmy's Knights over here.
I love the idea of it just being them being called St. Jimmy's Knights. I love the idea of the whole thing just being a completely colloquial. Just look, it's the St. Jimmy's Donda from like Jerusalem to northern Spain or whatever, isn't it? Is that St. James's Way? Like all the tendrils of it, like spread across the whole.
I thought
Europe?
it was just northern Italy, northern Spain, but
no, there are routes into France as well. I think the most popular ones are the ones that include Santiago de Compostela. But,
Santiago de Compostela.
But apparently, no, they go all the way to Italy and Germany, or maybe not Jerusalem, but I mean, you would have to at some point, wouldn't it? St. James of Zebedee's pilgrimage from somewhere to somewhere. But the main ones, as the UNESCO World Heritage Site, apparently include mainly Spain. They're the big ones. But the major one is from like the Pyrenees in France to Santiago de Compostela. But there are a lot of routes you can like walk them. There's some in London and Bristol as well. Is part of it. Like London, Oxford, Bristol, Southampton, Brighton, Canterbury, and Plymouth are all parts of the route.
Nice.
And all the way across France from like as far east as it seems to continue off this little map. So maybe it does go all the way to like the Holy Land. They have like different names of stuff for the different parts of it. Apparently there's like the French way and then probably the Spanish way and all that kind of crack on. You just choose which one you do. It's actually very popular around here in southern Spain. It's a common thing people do in the summer.
Yeah, I fancy doing that walk at some point.
I've got mates doing it this year. I was you know what? Pre-pandemic, I was actually considering doing it. It would be kind of fun. Still, am considering doing it, but like many people, that kind of the whole pandemic thing has scuppered more than a few plans.
For defeat seems almost certain.
Calm down, man. He's
It's
hysterical.
over. We can do it.
Isn't it?
Lava Donda, you did the Hadrian's Wall one, didn't you? Which was
That was class.
I like a good walk. I like a good walk in the sense of like just popping out for a bit, but also like an excessively long walk as well. Actually, I think it was last time. Last time we were streaming, wasn't it? I'd been on me just 6-hour walk along the coast and caught the sun a bit. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rather pink that day. Not so much now. Turned into a healthy brown. Well, not really healthy, but you know what I mean. healthier than shedding your skin, I guess, in terms of dermatological care. Yeah, I'd like a big hike, big walk. Camino to Santiago would be one. I'd like to do the Hadrian's Wall one, like you did as well. That's
yeah, it's really good, that one.
That's it. My cousin did that one, but do you remember he did it? He collapsed at the end because he overdid it. I can't remember how many days you did it, and did you do it in like the recommended amount? Like
yeah, we took 6 days.
Like yeah, which is what they recommend. My cousin did it in 3, and on day 3 collapsed.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
A mile and a half from the end, or something like that. He was because it finishes at Wall's End in Newcastle, and he'd made it into Newcastle. He was in Newcastle city centre when he collapsed and could just not go any further to finish it. And bless him, yeah, had to stop like maybe less than like an hour's walk from the end or something like that. He just couldn't go any further. But you remember, because he came back down to do it and drank the whole way along, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember this? We went on night out. He was in a bad state because he'd heavily celebrated his completion.
He has, yeah. You could say he was fairly merry by the time we met up with him.
He was, yes. He was chipper, to say the least. That was a fun evening. But I probably wouldn't drink as much as he had on the walk.
No.
I'd probably do. I'd probably think Hadrian's is probably the one you want to do first as well, because there's handy you've already done it, because the kind of heat you get here, and especially further inland in Spain.
Well, that's funny.
Is a whole thing to contend with. I know it's I remember you got.
We got quite badly sunburned because it was the start of April, and we thought, there's no way we're going to need sunscreen, and then nothing but 20 odd degrees sunshine for the entire week that we did it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
obviously it's all on one side of your body as well, so you're just getting burnt on one side.
Unless you want to turn around and walk backwards through it, which is probably not conducive to getting it done. No. But yeah, that's probably another factor to take in, because even just going out for me daily walks for an hour and a bit, you start to feel it. There's a whole, even walking or running, I can go out for a run for much longer and go much quicker when I'm back home than I can when I'm here in Spain. That's just even just the a small fraction of change, a small fractional change in terms of temperature. You think, it's not that bad. I went out yesterday and it was 15. It's only a few degrees more. And you're and you feel it much more than you'd think. And then obviously once you're getting up to the higher ranges, approaching the 30s and stuff, you're flip me, this is just not at all fun.
No.
I mean, it feels rewarding once you finish though. Every time I've gone out for a run, it's been proper hot. When I've got back in, I'm bugger me, that was warm. That was warm. Cold shower right now, big drinks of water and that, and then you're afterwards I feel proper class now. I don't know if I just got all the beer out or something like that, but God, that was some invigorating run. Once you finished, obviously during you feel you're just dead. You're I'm running, but I might be dead. I'll check once I get in to make sure. But yeah, it's worth it though. Now all I want to do is plan the Camino de Santiago. Next year, Jim. We're going out for a cheeky donda up cheeky donda from Seville to Galicia.
Okay.
Both nice parts of the world. I don't know if it goes through Extremadura where I used to live. I think it does actually. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll go through some. That part of the walk goes through some excellent parts of the world. Or you can do the northern route, which also goes through some. Well, I was gonna say some excellent parts of Spain. They're all mostly excellent. I find like there's no real bits of Spain where I'd be like, don't want to really be here. Like it's not a bad place to be. I mean, someone should have told these guys, and maybe they wouldn't keep trying to invade us. Be like, guys,
it's all right where you are, you know.
Look, it's pissing down here. Do you not want to just go home?
It's constantly pissing down here.
That's all it does. I mean, it does make for some lovely verdant landscapes, but you know, we'll send you a postcard. And also, is this not Wales?
Actually, it is. Yeah. It's not surprised it's pissing down here.
Oh yeah, that's par for the course. They've just. I feel there's probably some line of code where it's just like, if Wales, then rain. Like that's just it. They've just programmed it. They're going like, every time you have a fight in Carnarvon, it's raining. Just make sure that's a thing because it needs to be historically accurate, and we pride ourselves on the historical accuracy of the Total War series.
Right. Scraps everywhere now.
We're still kind of holding tight though, aren't we? It's not.
Yeah, reasonable.
It's not the never-ending whooping that we'd been expecting.
No, managed to hold out reasonably well here.
The fact that we all use red and yellow does not make for like an easy understanding of who's winning.
Yeah, everybody's wearing the same colours, basically just slightly reversed.
Yeah. And if it's half and half, reversal really doesn't mean much in terms of how much colour they're using. I know there's only so many colours in a lot of factions, but like Spain could have brought their away kit, couldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Just wear white. First team in the tournament, I think, in white, not two have won the day they got knocked out. I think that was a was a weird stat. I don't know if it was across all games or it was just in that phase of the tournament, but they were like in the other maybe it was in the knockout phases. Can't remember the exact stat, but basically teams wearing white were doing well, so I'll take that. I'll take any kind of a slight advantage, even if it is just literally trivial.
I think we're going to clean up over here and then we can run back through where it's...
Why are half of them not in there is what I'd like to know. Why are there's like some to the north just like chilling? You see what I mean? Like on the map, there's some that are just... Are they just like catapults they've
catapults,
left?
so they're basically useless, yeah.
Alright, so they're not of our concern.
No, we should be alright. Right, okay, there's only 10 of them left. Oh my god, these guys just hang around. There's 3 of them.
Only intervention by the Almighty.
Kill him. Right, okay. Now everyone get back.
Do you have options for interventions by the Almighty?
I don't, unfortunately. That isn't an option in this game.
But isn't that not possible since God works for us? That's why we, as Al-Marie says, that's why we ask him to save our queen during the national anthem. He has a whole, there's a great Al-Marie bit of him talking about how the queen is so old because every time someone sings the national anthem, God actually saves her. It just takes one patriotic so-and-so to be singing God Save the Queen, and God does.
There's been a bit of a scrap here today.
I know. Right. When will people learn?
Come
In
on,
particular,
guys,
when will people who are invading us learn that they shouldn't?
Yeah, it doesn't usually work.
these are heavy losses. But I mean, they outnumbered us by a lot. So even if they take this, it's surely a Pyrrhic victory?
Pyrrhic victory, yeah.
Pyrrhic? How's it pronounced?
Pyrrhic.
Pyrrhic. Is that Greek? No.
Yeah. So he defeated the Romans, but he lost like tons of men. So
many people, it was almost like, why'd you bother?
Yeah. Come on, get stuck in, everyone.
Victory at any cost is a.
Well, at least if we do lose this one, we'll take a few of them with us, and then not come and get it next time.
Oh, not even at any cost. A victory that is not worth winning because so much is lost to achieve it. It's essentially the cutting the nose off despite your face of victories, isn't it?
They have lost half their men.
Right, well done, you. You've got this victory, but you've lost so much. What's that guy keep saying? Because it sounds like he's saying pivot, pivot.
Spearman.
All right, he's not saying pivot. They're not moving a sofa through the air through that archway.
Pivot.
That killed me. What a solid show. It's like, well, you know what? I was thinking it was kind of harmless, but apparently it's not harmless. At least.
Well, it's probably got some like outdated ways that people speak and talk about things, but I mean,
yes,
you know, it like everything's of its time, and no one condones it. It's just like, well, they didn't know any better at the time, did they? Like,
yeah.
Even if they should have, they didn't.
Attitudes have shifted since then, for the better.
Yes, you know, would that show get made now in the same way? No, it wouldn't. But you know, it was made in the mid-90s, so
yeah. Again, I always think intention is the most important aspect.
Yeah.
Of like, I think you're more than welcome to take offense if somebody's trying to offend you. Like if their sole intent is to just make you not feel good, then that person's a dick, and you could be annoyed at them being a dick. But if someone's doing something in good humor and put something in a way that you feel would offend you, you have to remember that they're not doing it in a way that can offend you. And at that point, instead of being offended, surely you can just discuss it with them. You know what I mean? Because at that point, you aren't enemies.
Yeah.
So if something happens and you're like, I don't agree with that, and I don't think you maybe should have put it that way. If the person was never trying to offend you, and instead of like getting combative with them, you just said, they were like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it that way. And you know, and if they have any respect for you, which, you know, if they're already being nice to you, they probably do, surely they'll turn around and go, oh, I had no idea that word or that way of phrasing it was so powerful and damaging. There are a lot of words and ways to say things and things to joke about that really I can say things in a different way that is less problematic, and joke about things that are less problematic. I mean, there is so much funny shit in this world, and so many
this dude running away.
Different words to describe them with. Like, really, you know what? Like, sometimes when people are like refusing to say certain words, it's like there's just no need for it. You know, like listening to older people like refer to certain races and peoples in certain ways, you're like, that's not the word you should. Well, it's always been that word. It's like, yeah, well, now it's not.
Now it's not.
There's
So
plenty
just
of other.
stop. Yeah.
There's plenty of other words. I know. Force of habit. You know, sometimes you might slip up. You know, I'll admit I do not give every word that comes out of my mouth that much thought. So sometimes it's just the first word in your vocabulary that comes out. But once you hear yourself say it, you'd be like, oh, shit, I did not mean to say that.
Shouldn't have said that.
That's not the word. That's not the word. Sorry, I mean this. It's a habit that I'm trying to get out of. We'll leave it there. There you go. Job's a good one.
There's a lot of dead bodies in front of this gate.
They are, yeah.
This is where the Barney happened.
Tough sofa to move.
Now everyone's just sitting there like, that's a pose, right? That's a power pose right there, isn't it? This guy, shield, sword over.
That's a what's his name, man? The lizard man with the stocks and shares. You know what I mean? There's the film about him.
The lizard man with the stocks and shares. What?
Come on, man. Is it not like what Wolf of Wall Street's about, or is he not called something lizard? This is such a Herbert's clock thing. Shit, what's his name? You know, the big New York trader guy.
Wall Street.
No, the guy, not the street. I'm sure he's called something lizard. I'm gonna just search up New York trader lizard, which is not gonna help. This is not. Nope, that's. Oh, what's his name, man?
Gordon Gekko.
There you yes, Gecko's a lizard.
Yeah, but he's not a lizard man.
No, but I meant his name was like lizard.
Yes, I'm trying to think of like some, like
Gordon Gekko,
like an actual gecko.
No, I don't. Obviously, there's no lizard people in Wall Street unless you like read certain corners of the internet. I guess then they're all lizard people wearing human skin and who knows what. But yes, Gordon Gekko. That's what I was getting to. That was. I got there eventually. There's a lot of I guess semantic shit going on in my brain, but verbatim is not the way I remember words. Clearly, I knew that stuff was there. I knew he was a trader. I knew there was lizards in there. My brain was like, "There's a lizard man in Wall Street, and he does power poses like these fellas." That's the whole train of thought I just had there.
Do I win this if?
Yeah, if you just hold the center.
Like how long's left? There's not much time left.
Like Leroy Lizard, the Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street, Mr. Lizard.
Alright. Yeah.
I'm just gonna send
they
me
can't
like
just have you
heavily armored knights to come round and have a bit crack on with these fellas.
Yeah, because those guys have got to come in and do something, right?
I assume so. I don't know if the game's gonna do something really stupid and be like,
"Oh, timer's on. Does that mean you're winning? Can you just leave now?"
I assume I'll win if you know what. Just in case.
Make sure you hold the center.
Just
Put
in case.
some people in there, because if that stops once those guys get in there, no, it must be timing out for you to win, right?
Oh shit! Are they shooting bloody like catapults at me?
They are, but
It's
maybe
a bit
you just.
harsh. Go get them.
Seems like an excessive use of catapults. Surely they were for like breaking down walls, not for battering little individual dudes.
Oh shit! They are like firing into their own guys.
That is so
What are they fighting? Scorching me pals.
We are victorious. The day has ended and spared our
tell you
enemy
what,
even greater.
that was good.
defeat.
Captain Lobo got a whooping, didn't he?
He
and
did.
so did Rui. Rui,
The
the
day is ours, sire.
Got no one left.
Captain Rui and Captain Lobo. Bad time had by all.
I'll save on wages though.
In Carnarvon, yeah.
not-
That army has just been downsized, as it were. What's the other one called? There's what do they call it? Is it downsizing? They just the business jargon way of describing
Yeah.
sacking a bunch of people. Is that it? Just downsizing, streamlining. Did you just streamline the fuck out of that army?
I streamlined it. Yeah.
There's so much synergy in that army now. Now that you've streamlined it. And other businessy shade.
These guys are going to be epic.
Elfgar Peckham.
Build that back up because there's knee Spanish left now, and then come over here with a.
Yeah,
bunch
surely
of-
from there. Now we can go chin the French or the Germans.
Sire,
I mean, French are more obvious, right?
marching to war.
Sweet. Right, here we go. Rufus and Godwin are going to take on Tvoroyri. Oh no, hang on. That's just where he's from. It's Gelia, isn't it?
Just him. We're just going to take on him.
That guy.
That guy over there. That Danish dude.
Let's be having you.
Delia Smith.
Yeah.
When she was like shit-faced on the pitch at Norwich.
Oh,
and
so embarrassing.
yeah, we've all been there. I mean, not in not in not in the middle of where do they? Is it Carrow Road?
Carrow Road, yeah.
Yeah, I've never gone onto the pitch at Carrow Road, taken a microphone, and drunkenly attempted to like spur on Norwich.
No, can't say I ever have.
I've done some dumb shit when I was drunk, but never that. Usually different teams in different stadia, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just having a classic field fight here.
A classic throwdown in a field, yeah. I've put some lovely stakes up.
Get some nice steaks on the go. Does that just slow them up, or does anyone actually die on them?
I think it just makes it harder for them. So, hey, stop here.
Oh, whatever's going on there looks like those videos of like the prisoners doing a big dance routine. You've seen those, right? Like the super organized prisoners who like have this whole like dance routine, and it's on YouTube and that. You know, like a flash mob type crack on.
Right.
With prisoners. I can't remember the exact country, but I think it's in Southeast Asia. This prison of highly disciplined dancers. I mean, they're not in prison for being dancers. They're just prisoners who also happen to dance.
You all come from the
This
place
is not.
where
This is
Kevin
not
Bacon
Footloose.
grew up, yeah.
Yes, this is not the Footloose prison. No, I remember. I only remember watching that film, but I literally have no idea what it's about, other than that like dancing is illegal for some reason. And I don't remember there being much of a plot other than just dancing and that. Clearly, there's more depth in that film than what I've taken from it at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure really.
It's one of these films that is like not left an impression on me, or one of these films where you're like, I know I've watched it, but I do not remember anything about it except like this one plot point. And as a kid, Forrest Gump was exactly the same. I'm fairly certain Forrest Gump was always on the telly growing up, and I cannot tell you what happened in Forrest Gump. Just loads of stuff happens. That's what I remember. But I think I only know that from like other things parodying it.
For the moment, the fortune of
like other people doing Forrest Gump parodies.
Let's pray it remains as such.
Oh no, Forrest Gump. I like that one.
Yeah, I mean, is it Ron Howard? No. I mean, it's Tom Hanks' Happy Birthday again.
Tom Hanks.
Is that not a Ron Howard directed film, Forrest Gump? Or am I thinking?
Possibly.
That's gonna bug me. But yeah, he does a lot of stuff, right? That's sort of like the point.
Yeah.
He's very. The idea is he's very unassuming, and it actually turns out he's done loads of cool shit in his life.
Yeah.
But no one gets to hear all of it is being from the one person, because they're all just getting buses. Right? Is that it? Or he's waiting at a park bench or something like that and recounting the story that way?
I think so.
He's like, that's the framing device used.
Yes,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
just that.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yeah, it's not a bad film. I quite enjoyed it.
No, Robert Zemeckis. I don't know why I thought it was.
Robert Zemeckis. Is that's Back to the Future? Isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Who framed Roger Rabbit as well? Apparently, did not know that.
No honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
So yeah, that's a film I should probably go back and watch and really appreciate, because I don't think I've ever actually watched it in adulthood. Like, It was just one of those films that I never watched because it was always on TV growing up. So you'd always catch it somewhere, you know. I feel especially over the holidays. Like Forrest Gump being one of these, like, you know, Christmas time, sort of like it's going to be on telly when they know everyone's at home. So it gets put on TV.
Yeah. Oh no, the last surviving one's the bloody general. Off he goes.
The enemy army flees the field.
What a coward.
Let's just look at his shame right here. There he is.
Yeah, it takes some of that shame back to Denmark with you.
Shameful man.
This is a clear victory.
Yes, it is.
The clearest.
The clearest of clear victories.
Yes.
Huskels. Oh. Was that? They just refused the ransom and now they're dead?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes, sire. Splitting forces, sire.
Right. You've got some there, you've got some there. Everybody's happy. You can go there. I'll have one more of you. What's going on here? Don't need anything there yet. Right. God, it feels like every episode we do this, it's just like non-stop defending going on.
Yeah, we need to go out and chin some folk, but
I know.
We don't get the opportunity. Like, is there any diplomacy in this game?
There usually is, but this has been like shockingly lacking in it. It's like everyone just wants to fight constantly. Specifically me as well.
What, like you want to fight, or you mean they want to fight you?
Constantly wanting to fight me. It's like, can you please just have a go at each other occasionally? Give me a little bit of respite.
Is that part of the game? Do they war each other? Because I haven't actually. You can't. It doesn't really show you how much they war each other. I know they take their turns, but I guess because of the fog of war, you don't really get to see that.
Not a huge amount of it, unless you own lots. Oh my god.
As you can see nearby. Well, Acatus. Oh, I wish it was Atticus.
I know.
Oh, you can go.
What's your mission?
Sure.
Oh, shut up. The Holy Roman Empire want to get involved now.
The Papal States and...
God's sake.
A lot of stuff happened that turn, seemingly.
It did.
The notifications.
What's going on here? I can build demi-lancers. What do they do? Oh, they look fancy.
Robert Bampton is only 17. Hope he's not drinking. Hope he's not having a drink whilst he's
having plenty
leading
of
his army.
drinks.
Yeah, I mean, the English army powered by ale, essentially, isn't it? It's ale and bread, isn't it? Is that the kind of thing they just used to shovel into troops because of like its high calorie content? So
Yeah.
have some bread and ale.
Not feeling
And
so
it's
good.
quite easy to
Bread and
make.
ale.
It works for me every time. Tell me you're not feeling good, just have some bread and ale. Unless you're obviously you can't have gluten, then that's probably like the worst thing for you. If you are celiac,
if anything, you really need to avoid bread and ale.
avoid bread and ale like the plague.
Yeah.
Orders. Something interesting to bring to the
I've mentioned it before, but when I was in Stirling Castle visiting, not like imprisoned or working, they had a thing about how much the staff were paid, and they were paid in pints and bread. And I remember the description of this stating that they were paid in like X number of pints a day, but Scottish pints, which they had to add, were bigger than English pints, which was like, I mean, arguably true,
Yes.
but potentially one of the most Scottish things I've ever seen. It was just kind of like, and you should know that our pints are bigger. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. There's one thing you need to take away from this.
When you English people return south of the border, as you should, I want you leaving knowing that we have bigger pints than you. on your way.
No, on your way.
No, on your way. Just a little, like a dismissive hand gesture. It's like, you may leave now. This is the only reason we built Stirling Castle, so you could know that our pints are bigger.
Just understand that. Oh, damn it.
And we kind of built it a bit of the way into Scotland so that you also have a lot of time to think about it on the way back. Like, let's just say we're not gonna put this information in Jedburgh, where you only have to sit on it for like, you know, half an hour. We're gonna put this information in Stirling, north of Edinburgh. Well, it's like between Edinburgh and Glasgow, isn't it? Stirling, if I'm not mistaken. A bit to the north of it. Not as far. If they really wanted to take the piss, they would have put it in Inverness. And just been like, right. Now for the long journey, we just want you to constantly think about the fact our pints are bigger than yours. And then cry into your tiny pint glasses once you're back south of the border.
Oh, leave it out, man.
Are they the Germans?
Now we've got the Germans coming in.
Well, can we give them a scene off? Because I did want to see off the Germans.
Give them a scene off.
This was one of the missions. I mean, we've beat the Danes this time round. We've beat the Spanish, right?
Yeah.
We can beat the Germans.
Beat the Germans.
Might have a go with the French.
Possibly.
Are there any Czechs or Croatians?
Hang on, have they opened the gates?
Is Dave the gate opener asleep on the job?
Dave the gate opener has done a massive whoopsie this time.
I mean, he hasn't done as big a whoopsie as leaving the entire town.
He hasn't, in fairness to him, in fairness.
He has just popped out and left the city unlocked.
So they're just going to start shooting the walls down, right? Everyone just come back.
Right. The walls is the last place you want to be stood right now, because shit's going down.
Everyone come to the middle.
Chilling here.
We'll just defend this bit.
Yeah, we seem to be pretty decent just digging in and just letting them come after us.
Yep.
We haven't seen much of the Holy Roman Empire in this series, though, have we? Is this the
first
time
we've
This
is the first time, yeah.
This is their debut,
debut on the stream.
Making their debut on the stream. This is the Holy Roman Empire with 1,200 men.
Dressed like a bunch of
all
bumblebees.
Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund fans.
Fans of the humble bee or wasp?
I don't think there's anything humble about bees and wasps. I think
I could think of bees as being humble. Wasps, though, are like arrogant bastards.
No, see, I don't know how you can be in black and yellow stripes, and especially bumblebees, flipping massive, and act like you're humble. Like, there's nothing about that like massive fur surrounding bumblebees and the black and yellow stripes that doesn't scream, "Hey everyone, look at me." Like, it's quite out there. It's an interesting insect fashion choice.
It's a brave choice, isn't it? It's like...
It is. It's the kind of choice that you have to back up with the ability to sting people. That's like...
Yeah.
That's the rule of thumb for nature. If you want to wear black and yellow stripes, you gotta have a stinger.
It's like wearing white boots in football. Like, if you're gonna wear them, you have to be really good.
Yeah, you want people to be like, oh my god, his white boots are so blurry because he's got such fast feet and is just constantly doing technical skills and cool shit like that.
Yeah, if you got white boots on your shit, it's just embarrassing.
It's one of those all the gear, no idea kind of choices, isn't it? You've gotta. It's like having Predators back in the day. I know the Predator series of boots still exists, right? And I think gloves and everything, that's what they're all wearing in this tournament. You seen the spiky goalkeeper gloves, by the way?
I have, yeah.
Like spiky fur, and like, they're insane. Is that just for punching the ball?
It must be to get a better grip on a punch, yeah.
It's I think they're Predator gloves, as in Adidas Predator, not the Predator. Though that would be funny if it had, like, you know, night vision and lasers and shit. and like a front mouth that opens up sideways. But yeah, they look absolutely mental. I love them. I love how insane they look. I also find the cuts of these gloves really weird. Like,
they go quite high up the arm, don't they?
Yeah, they look more like a lady's formal glove to go with like a dress. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like elbow length white gloves. They have that kind of cut to them. Fashion tips from the Indie Bandits right here. But that's right.
Fashion Bandits.
Fashion Bandits. We are discussing glove cuts. But yeah.
If you came for games, you get fashion now.
We used to have like just little like Velcro wrist straps, you know.
Remember finger saves?
Yeah, I wish I had finger saves, because remember a couple of years ago I actually broke one of my fingers and it was playing football, just the pinky finger. Well, it wasn't broken, it was dislocated and fractured. And yeah, that was literally a ball kicked straight at us before I had the time to like face my palms to it, and it just like stubbed my finger dead on and just pulled the pinky sideways out of its socket and fractured it. And it's funny because I swore, like, throughout my entire life I've sworn by like finger saves. Like anytime I like bought goalie gloves, I was like, I'll get some finger saves, because it's like, it's just not worth breaking my fingers, because I don't play football that seriously or at any kind of level. For just a casual game of football, it's kind of handy knowing that I won't break my fingers. And yeah, and then I did, and apparently it wasn't the first time either. The doctor was like, "Oh, you've broken this finger before," or whatever. I'm like, what? He's like, "Yeah, it's all right. You've already broken it." I'm like, I don't remember this. So apparently, the pinky finger on my right hand has been broken before, against my knowledge. And that's the first time I've had a cast on it, when I dislocated and fractured it. But apparently it was broken before that, and
similar thing happened to me when I broke my shoulder. I went to the physio because I had a bit of pain in my left shoulder. No, which one's the dodgy one? My right shoulder, and they took just a precautionary X-ray.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "All right, well, yeah, you've basically still got like a bit of pain from when you broke your shoulder." And I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying to me now? He's like,
"Yeah."
And I'm like, "Oh, I do remember falling on it years ago and it hurting quite a lot, but I didn't realize it was broken." Yeah, like you can see my shoulder, the end of my collarbone, like above my shoulder, sticks out a lot more than the other one does, which I'd never noticed.
Apparently, Samuel L. Jackson has something like that on his shoulder. This one of these things that pops out near like the collarbone or whatever that bit, maybe around the back. I think his is. But my dad was telling us about it because he'd come off his pedal bike, not like motorbike, and I think he'd like broke his shoulder or his collarbone or something like that, and he was very proud of his new nubbin. That was the same as the one Samuel L. Jackson had. He didn't start wearing like Kangol hats or anything, which would be good. I'm glad he didn't. That's a big choice. That's a Adidas Predator goalkeeper gloves level of fashion choice. If you are not Samuel L. Jackson, you're wearing a Kangol hat, you better be like fucking dope. Like,
oh. They've made a silly mistake, Joe. They went into the city with a couple of siege crews. Uh-oh, they're all coming now. Quickly, finish them off.
Chase them down.
Yeah.
Little horses.
One guy left. I'm surprised, like, how's he not run away yet? Like, he's surrounded by heavily armed knights. He's the only guy left from a catapult crew. I wouldn't even be sticking around at this point. I'd be off.
I mean, like, why are we here with the catapult? Why did we not just leave the catapult?
I said this was a bad idea. Didn't I say that, Steve?
Yeah, that's the...
You did.
Look,
you did, mate. You did, in fairness. Now we're all going to get cut down.
As we were pushing this up to the wall, I was like, why are we bringing the thing to break down the wall to a wall that's being broken down? Like, I don't run the show here. I understand that. Like, I am loyal to my king. Did they have a king, the Holy Roman Empire? I guess they do. Everyone had a king at this time, didn't they?
Would they not have called him an emperor? It would have been a bit weird.
That's a good call, yes. You know what? No, maybe not. Because it was the British Empire and that had a king, didn't it? I mean, I know that, like, an emperor is...
Yeah, but they were, like, going for the Holy Roman Empire. I just feel like they're... Look at them. Just come here, set a little fire, and sod off. You little dicks.
Hmm.
That's right, though. You died, though, didn't you? Face planted down there.
They did call them the emperor, and their emperors were... well, this is weird. Charlemagne, Otto I, and Francis II. But there are huge gaps between these. It's like someone who either did some illegal work or something. It's like looking at their CV. It's like, and between the years of 814 and 962, what were you doing? Nothing, not much. This was when the Holy Roman Empire was on the dole. Yeah. I was in between Holy Roman Empires.
I was in between empires.
Yeah, and then 973 to 1792. Nout came back for a cheeky 14-year spell.
Were they?
The end
were
of
they
the
not like
18th
wiped
century.
out or something, and then like they tried to resurrect it, and
it
it all got kiboshed again?
I'm going to guess that I know very little about the Holy Roman Empire. That's why I thought they had a king, because everyone had a king. But also, wasn't Charlemagne a king? Or
I thought he was like a French king.
yeah, I thought he was like.
Isn't he like
Yeah,
Mr. France or something? Is he not like a big French hero?
Mr. France, is he a model? like Miss France is just Mr. France. I assume that's the thing, Mr. France. I can just imagine Charlemagne, like oiled up and painted gold. Just
why has he got to be oiled up, Joe?
Because he's doing like a Mr. Muscle tournament thing, isn't he? He's being Mr. France, so I assume it's like a bodybuilding competition, and he's just there in like, you know, spandex pants, but still with his crown on, obviously, because you know, he's still king of the Franks and the Lombards and emperor of the Romans, apparently. So,
Mr. Charlemagne,
Mr. France, 7 years running, maybe. Don't know. I can't do quick maths. No, he was in for much longer than that. Being a good old 14 years maybe. I don't know. I don't understand how this. 14 years. 14 years he was in charge. Charlemagne.
Oops. Get in there. We've made another mistake.
Is it bringing a siege weapon to
just into
a siege weapon into the city walls? It's like that's what they used to say before they were like bring a knife to a gunfight or whatever. Or is it bring a gun to a knife fight? Which way around is it?
Bring a knife to a gunfight, isn't it?
It's like you're wildly underprepared.
If we continue
it's like bring a siege tower within the city walls.
Yeah, this lad, they're like, oh, I don't want to go in there. It sounds horrible. What's happening in there?
Why do they keep making us doing that? They can just hear people shouting. They're like,
yeah.
I was watching. I think I mentioned.
Don't come in
the chat. That was. Are you sieging in there? Don't come in.
No, don't come in.
I was watching that Futurama episode where they go to war, and there's the bit, and they're like, "This is the worst part, the calm before the battle." And then Fry's like, "And the battle's not that bad?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot about the battle."
Yeah.
So dumb, so excellent.
So I'm gonna chat with my brother the other day about a couple of Simpsons episodes, and that bit where Homer's like having to go to Flanders for, is he running the baseball team or the football team or something? And he's like,
"Is it the kids one or the proper one?"
Flanders.
No, he's just
and Marge is like,
from the bleachers.
"You know, Homer, it's very easy to criticize." And Homer just turns and goes, "Fun
yes,
too."
Oh yeah, that's very easy to criticize people. Fun too.
Fun too.
Brilliant. Love it. Oh man, that show in its heyday, few better things than it. I told you the last prefers Futurama, which is a bold statement, but
that's yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I
But
like Futurama, but it's no
think-
Simpsons.
Well, no first 10 seasons of Simpsons. I think if you were a gambling man and I said you are going to get one random episode of either show, you'd probably bet on Futurama. At least I would. I would be like, I think I'm more likely to get a good episode if you just give me one random
Simpsons
episode.
doesn't exist after season 11, so it's okay.
Well, that's true. That's true. Once all the main writers left, it just it's not canon from like 1999 onwards. Maybe Simpsons just died when Futurama started. Maybe it was maybe it's just a sort of thing like Highlander, where it's like Simpsons can't be good whilst Futurama exists. So I think Futurama aired in 1999. First season, obviously, to coincide with the millennium, and a lot of the early episodes are like focused around that because it's the new millennium, the year 3000. Where Fry ends up.
I've been to the year 3000.
Oh man, I wonder how many people actually know about Busted like outside the UK, because I don't think they went anywhere.
No,
Like they were hugely popular in the UK as well.
for a short period of time.
There was just this kind of like boy bands that play guitars.
What are these
for,
doing?
Like
What are
climb up
you
the walls.
doing, you absolute plebs? There's like
Didn't they make a load of holes in the
3
wall?
huge gaps right here, and they're like, well, we fucking brought the ladders, didn't we?
They love using their siege weapons. The Holy Roman
I did
Empire.
not
There's one
spend
thing-
3 months putting this ladder together not to use it.
It would be a.
Oh,
I
here
mean,
they
I've never
come.
built a ladder before, but I think it would be an absolute ball ache to try and build a ladder,
I reckon
especially one high enough
especially,
to
yeah.
mount a medieval wall.
Yeah, it would be.
I
a
mean,
pain in the
or
arse.
it's dead easy, and you just need 2 big planks of wood and then a load of littler planks of wood, and you just kind of like smash them together and just be like, yeah, that'll do. Just make sure holes, just drill some holes in the 2 long bits, and then. But I mean, I'm sure ladders are more complicated than that, but that's how I'd do it. I'd
Building a
be like,
ladder is very much like making love to a beautiful woman.
Watch Mojo's top 10 ladders.
Number 1, the Holy Roman Empire.
Our men are winning the battle.
Yep.
If we
Making their
continue
debut
like this,
with
we'll
the
smash
ladders
the enemy.
on the Indie Bandits stream. This is the Holy Roman Empire wearing a dashing black and yellow stripes, and bringing with them a large array of siege weapon accessories,
Yeah.
which you'll see them using a lot, even once they've broken down the city walls. Are they heading back out to pick up that siege tower, which they forgot to bring inside the city?
Oh, they're
'Cause it
coming to
feels
chase
like
me, so I'm just going to have them on a merry little dance.
it's a shame you can't like get your guys to climb up the siege tower and then jump from it onto them, just like killing them. But that's probably because I've been playing a lot of that Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, with the one that the game that's really good but has like a really bad name, Remember or Say, and that has a lot of like cool ninjas jumping off like elevations onto people and killing them silently, which like is just one of these like game mechanic things which is just like really fun to do. Even though you're just clicking, it's just clicking on the guy and be like, jump off this like ledge and silently kill the guy underneath, and then he doesn't. You're like, yeah, that was cool. Glad I did that. I'm glad I made that decision to have that character do that. Which I think every game needs something like that. I know there's not much space for it in a game that's like mainly RTS, but you're like, what made the old Command & Conquers so good was that there was some things that were just really like viscerally satisfying
Yes.
in the game. You remember the was it the obelisk?
Obelisk of Light.
Yes, and it just shot the laser, but you could just see guys, you know, super like tough soldiers walking in, and it had like a really good sound cue, and it would
Yeah.
like the end of it would glow, and then it would go, yeah, and that would just be like, and like soldiers that you knew were just like hard as nails would just turn into like dust, just be like poof and gone, as if it was nothing. And you know, and the fact that it had like that delay as well, the anticipation,
Yeah.
it wasn't shooting loads and really quickly, like it felt really rewarding.
It did. It was a
And-
good defensive weapon.
Yeah, and it needs stuff like those big big things that fire like the flaming balls that smash down the walls. Imagine they're quite satisfying. Or like the charge feature, which you said they improved in later games. Like, I think everything needs that kind of like game feel, as it were.
Yes. Oh yeah, no, the later Total War's got the combat. I mean, the combat in this one isn't terrible, but it's like compared to that.
Oh no, it's completely fine and serviceable. It's like it does exactly what it's supposed to. But you know, you need. I mean, at least for me, you need to get that right first. Like that works, and then you can add then you can pepper on top the stuff that like, you know, the visual effects and the audio cues and the kind of things that make it like very very satisfying to play, because it's already
one of the animations
engaging.
are getting shot here. It looks like they've been kicked in the balls. I'll see if I can point it out next time one of these.
I thought it was one, but it was a guy.
There, that one there. The immediate like thunk in the gut. It just looks like someone's hit him right in the balls.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the
Is that him? The kick? Like someone just ran up and like Rochambeau'd him. That like. You could like meme the hell out of that just with some guy just running up and just walloping them in the nads.
Stop shooting, man.
Everyone's had a go, but like will they never learn?
No.
Like, can they just let us have dominion over medieval Europe already? Because it's clear that they're not going to win.
Look at these, man. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like, what do we do, lads? Everyone's dead. And they're like, this is where they're in the phase where no one wants to say it, but they're all thinking about going home, but they're waiting for someone else to suggest it. They're like, I'm not going to be the one to say it.
Like Japanese salarymen.
Yeah, look at these on the wall, man. I haven't even stepped in.
The culture is you can't leave before the boss.
Yeah, they're just like, but he is dead. And like, no, but we said we'd fight him.
Or when someone's party's like winding down and you're like, dessert's being served, like a dinner party, not like an all night like rager kind of thing. I mean, like, you know, everyone's had dinner and you've kind of finished the dessert and you're all sat around with like the empty coffee cups and everything. You know, everything's clearly done.
Yeah.
And the host doesn't want to tell you to nash off, but you know, eventually someone's gonna have to like take the cue that it is time to leave.
Hey, all right, you've all had your fun. Come on, off you go. Bar's closing.
That's why you invite people around on a weeknight, because then you have like at least for like, I guess, like dinner parties, not for like a rager. That gives you the option to go, right, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave because I've got work in the morning. And they're like 6 o'clock, and you're like, yeah, but you know.
Oh crap! What's all going on here? Oh,
yeah, they come. Those people haven't got the message to leave.
I haven't. Oh, they're about to get hit by a horde of angry Brits. Brits abroad. Liquored up, boozed up Brits abroad.
This is
he's better run.
Gonna be. This is July 19th from
Open the bar
over here. That's exactly. This is what it's gonna be like. You know, they've changed the rules. If you're doubly vaccinated,
mine's a Stella.
Doubly vaccinated, you can come to Spain and not have to quarantine on your return.
These are the double vaccinated crew right here. Go get him, man. What are you doing?
They've had a couple of jabs, that's for sure.
Nice. Alright, everyone out. Let's finish this lot off.
Oh, I thought that was some swanky horse armor, but I mean, it is some swanky horse armor. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna downplay how swanky that horse's armor is, but the chevrons on its icon looked like a feature. It's like kind of, do you see how it's like floating over the face of your horse icon?
Oh, this,
the first unit, yeah. Those chevrons look like it's got some like, I don't know, cool like eyebrow armor. I don't know what the eyebrow armor or eyebrow bedazzling going on. They should add it though. Just give it some like really angry eyebrows made of metal. Really make the whole face pop. More fashion tips from Indie Bandits.
Yeah, well, this lot are gonna get
make your eyebrows pop with some metal eyebrows.
It's time to shoot all these jokers. That's it. Now they're like, oh, nah, now we have to get inside the city.
Right, should we finish climbing this ladder now, lads?
Oh.
I love it how they climb it like it's proper pissing it down. I know it's so that like shit doesn't land on them, and they also can't use that hand to climb. But it does look like, oh fuck, no one told us it was going to be raining. And then they're just going to stand up there and just chill with their mates. Seriously, what is their crack on?
What are they doing?
The AI for the Holy Roman Empire is exceptional. This is like, maybe it's stage fright. This is their debut on the stream, and they're a little nervous.
Yeah, they didn't plan it all the way through, did they? They were like, oh no, what happens if we lose all of our siege equipment and the general dies? Don't know.
This is why we were supposed to rehearse.
What is protocol at this point?
Wavering, yeah. No doubt.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Let's just say the reviews are not good for the Holy Roman Empire. Disappointing performance.
Alright, everyone just go pile in. I reckon it's pile-in time.
We expected more from these debutantes. Like, the Scots were impressive on their first go. The French weren't. I think we whooped the French, didn't we? The Scots. Oh no, did we whoop the Scots?
No, we whooped the Scots really quick. Yeah.
It was the Welsh rebels who were
Welsh rebels, and I think you know
for a bit.
Portugal's been around for a bit. The Danes have been around for a bit. You know, they've lost a few times, but
Spain have got involved. But I think it's the Danes are like man of the match, aren't they? Really, I think
they keep coming back. They don't.
They're not going anywhere. They are troublesome. They are
the troublesome trucks of the Total War game.
Exactly.
Oh, they're all coming like, oh no, back down the ladders, lads. This is turning into a right shambles now.
Exactly. If you need Thomas the Tank Engine references to make this game more understandable, then I really guess that well, I'll tell you what, Germany or the Holy Roman Empire is not Gordon. I think the Holy Roman Empire might be Edward. That's how little I think of them after their first performance. They are the Edward of this whole crack on.
Or maybe Percy, just like constantly getting into
Percy's
shit.
Mischievous, but Percy's mischievous. I'm not having. They're not mischievous. I'd give the Welsh rebels the title of Percy. They were cheeky, weren't they? They were harmless, but they were a bit cheeky for a bit, holding on to Carnarvon and that. You know, they didn't cause too many problems, but they were just there, trying to cause trouble a lot. These guys, Holy Roman Empire, piss poor. It's been a
bad show.
This was their time to shine, and they have.
I tell you what, if the objective was capturing this particular section of wall, they'd be all over it. But
it'd be proper funny if the battle finished. It was like the Holy Roman Empire now holds this wall in Antwerp. Are we in Antwerp still? Is this where they're chinning us? Or are we in Bruges?
Yeah, no, it's Antwerp. Yeah, they're coming downstairs into. I wouldn't fancy stepping off them ladders.
Into Flanders. Is Antwerp in Flanders? It's not Wallonie, is it? Because it sounds Dutch.
I think so. At least. Have we got arrows left? What am I doing? Shoot the bastards. Coming down the ladders and that? Oh, point blank range as well. Oh, yes. Some ladder action. See if people fall off the ladders.
Yes, just check that. It is in Flanders. Antwerp is. I mean, sounds Dutch. Doesn't sound French. But either way, the Holy Roman Empire is not having it.
Nope.
But they're all like. Is there something like programmed in the game? I assume they're not always this dumb. It's just like they've had.
Yeah, this is just for something.
AI.
Yeah. I'm just going to...
I assume, like, I
let's
wonder
just
if
fast
every
forward
army
from this
gets,
point,
like,
'cause-
allocated a personality.
Our men are winning the battle.
Yes, they are.
What are they doing? They're just going up and down the ladders for the crack on.
For the laugh.
All the humours.
For the fun of it.
Oh. I like those guys rocking up. Like, what's going on here? Can we see?
Oh shit,
Have a look.
that's my guys. What are you doing? You numpties?
They're just climbing up that ladder, aren't they?
I know, but I want them
See
to
what's going on.
come down the ladder. If you go up there, you'll get murdered.
That was the plan the whole time. Welcome to the murder ladder. We built them especially for English people to die on.
And now they're gonna come down. This is hilarious.
What is happening? It's like watching I guess like watching an ant farm get fumigated and all the ants are just like, what is happening? Where do I go? Where's the queen? Like, how do we protect her? Do we go up here? Do we come back down? I'm really confused. I'm gonna go grab some leaves.
Oh, back up the ladder. One British guy up there, one English guy. Go on. What are you gonna do? He's dead. Oh, what is happening? This is hilarious.
They've had a massive brain fart of a fight right here. No one knows what's happening now. No one planned for the eventuality that there'd be ladders. You know what I mean? It's like training for an indirect free kick right in the box. Like, you're not really sure what to do in that situation. You're like, should we just do the quick pass and shot? We have no idea. We're just gonna have to. We'll just wing it and hope it works out. And it never works out.
Behold how our cowardly
There we go.
enemy are utterly vanquished.
Utterly vanquished is right.
Everyone's been utterly vanquished by us today. There's it bodes well. It's always good to see the English dominating other European factions.
It does. It's always fun.
Especially in this game.
The day is ours, sire.
The days are often ours, but could people just let us have our days? And like,
I know.
the days shouldn't have to be ours so frequently. Could they just give us like a day off where we don't have to make it ours? Who's that? Is that the Portuguese rocking up?
It is. Suitable prince. Suitable prince.
Jacob.
He's got an out, man.
Catherine de
He's got an
Beauchamp.
out going on.
The forest. Oh, we've got the forest now. Just all of it.
I love this.
All
I'm
of
not
it.
allowed to fight Denmark anymore. I'm not fighting Denmark. It's the other way around.
There's never been a single moment where I've been like, I'd love to just kick in some Danes right now.
I know. It's like, can you just
Full sails.
be aware of what's actually going on in the world here, please?
I mean, does this occur in later games? There's
My lord.
What?
Ordered.
these kind of like weird missions that you can't actually really complete because they're part of the factors are outside of your control.
I mean, yeah, they just kind of go on all the way through the game.
Orders. My lord.
No, but I mean in other games in the series. Like, do they
To battle
There's never
against
anything
this
like
man.
that where it's,
Glorious
game
victory
breaking?
is ours,
yeah,
sire.
you know, where you're expected.
That's just a bit silly.
To war then, sire.
And this
Right.
is the
This is me big
Who's this
army
dude?
now. This is me. Oh, hello, Welsh longbowman. Are they any good? Missile attack of 6. What have I got here? No, not as good as mine. Right, this is like proper high quality now. I'm gonna see off these rebels, and then I'm gonna come back down to London and pick up me demi lancers that I'm gonna build right now. And then we're gonna go over the water and take more stuff
Yeah.
with a big professional
France.
army.
This is the army that's just been keeping out the way of it whilst sort of the amateurs have been defending against every medieval European faction.
Yeah.
Which I would say makes them as important as the big team.
Exactly.
Like we've been saying in like during poor performances in Rainbow Six Siege, that we've played as important a
Poor
role
performances? What are you talking about?
In terms of the numerical points dished out by the server. That's what I mean by poor numerical performances. It's like, yes, I may look like I'm bottom of the team, but you don't understand that the points don't accurately reflect how much of an effort I've put in and how useful I've been. Like you don't get points for utility. It's much like in a lot of sports. It's kind of sad for the especially for like defensive rules. There's very few sports that fully reward the defensive rules. Like it's always the offensive rules that are like more celebrated.
Yes,
you know,
get the headlines a bit more, don't they?
Yeah, I mean obviously because that's like the objective of the game. If the objective of the game is to score more than your opponent, then the defense equally plays as an important role. But there's no. It's sort of like the inverse. If you don't hear about the defense, they've done a good job, essentially. Like, no one talks about you, or you've had a bad day.
Yeah.
That's how like being a defender or a goalkeeper works, and in a lot, like, you know, in similar sports, it's like unless you are absolutely flawless, then people might talk about you or write about you and be like, this is the defense that hasn't been scored against, or this is the defense that's like had all these shutouts, etc., etc. But usually it's like top goal scorer, you know, goal scoring streaks, that kind of thing. So I don't think we should overlook the effort that all these people defending Antwerp and Carnarvon and Bruges and all these places have had, whilst we've been able to build up a good offensive army to go kick arse.
Nope.
They're allowed to exist because of the
heroism
of these amateur armies, as it were. Are they amateur? Are they like non? Are they
They're more like
civilians?
militia, but I mean, there's a few decent units in there. They've got some decent archers and feudal knights, but it's a lot of it is chaff.
Like civilians. You're saying chaffs.
No, chaff.
Chaff like wheat and
yeah. I mean, probably chavs as well.
Not raising a chav. Oh, that would be funny as well. It's like they're not in black and yellow stripes. They're in like Berghaus coats, and
the bark is very much worse than the bite.
Yeah. Love it. The Burberry militia.
I'm not.
Man, I felt so. Well, I didn't feel that.
Oh, is Denmark gone?
Denmark dead? Finished forever, or they just left?
Oh no, the faction's been excommunicated, so now I can go have a Barney with them, and I won't get told off.
Which is funny because we've wanted nothing but for to stop having a Barney with the Danes, so we could just get on with it. But now it's time.
Maybe we go concentrate on over here.
So.
Here we go. Right.
Change of plan. Let's take
King Paul and his army of classness is going to go over there and smash the Danes.
For the first time we've been permitted, which that means they've just like they've gnashed off and stopped attacking us, right?
Yeah. Are you having a laugh, man? What do you got?
That looks like very little, right? Or
it might just be that it's quite professional, though.
It could be, but I mean, how much can Spain honestly have? Because they sent such a big army last time and it got done, right? Like,
it did,
I know we have no indication of how big their army is.
More and more. It's bloody annoying.
Well, how long have we left them? How long has it been since? It's been a few turns. Like, how much could they have reasonably put together?
No idea. Oh, a culverin. That looks like fun. Can we build another big
old cannon?
Retinue longbowmen. Earl's stables. English knights. Armored swordsmen. We can build some cool stuff here. Eventually.
Just make sure not to leave the door open.
Just don't leave the door open. Gunhawk. That's like a start of like proper pirate style gunships. I don't have a lot of money right now, so let's go sack a few things, and then I'll go build some cool stuff in Nottingham.
Sack as in damage them, or as in stop employing them?
As in damage them.
Right. Important to know. I mean, we didn't have to sack that many people in the Carnarvon army because they sort of they got their P45s on the end of a sword, didn't they?
They did. They certainly did. Inverness just had nout to do. Ralph the Wrathful can be wrathful all the way up in the north where no one cares. Be as wrathful as you want.
That's what they say when they send MPs to Newcastle. Like, go be wrathful up in the north where no one cares.
Off you go. Be as wrathful as you want. I'll be wrathful. I'll be wrathful. Sure you will, Ralph.
You'll see. No, we won't. You'll be up in Inverness. Yeah. We won't see anything.
Nobody will see, Ralph. No one.
Be wrathful to your heart's content. The alternate title for Wreck-It Ralph.
The enemy lays siege to our people, sire.
I can't even say it. Wrathful Ralph. I'm gonna wrath.
I promise I'll be wrathful. Sure, mate. Off you go.
Yeah. You'll see. You'll see.
Oh no.
Did we lose that?
Yeah.
They were like double numbers to us though. I don't know how that quite works.
Oh.
That should say bold predictions. That'd be really funny. For that little picture.
Oh, hang on. I can vote. Oh shit, Hubert the missionary's getting my vote. We might actually be the Pope. Ah.
I mean,
damn it!
I don't think we're not that popular.
No.
How big is that red thing? How do they get so many votes?
Because Poland has loads of cardinals, so they all got loads of votes.
All right. I thought it was. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't quite see the different symbols. I thought they were all Danes. I'm like, where'd the Danes come from? I thought they were on the back foot, which they are with a couple majigs. But yeah,
right.
So basically Poland gets to choose the Pope just outright. Do we want some cardinals, or do they have to be voted in?
They'd get...
You can't just build cardinals,
you can't build a cardinal, but you can...
earn them, I guess.
Yeah, they become from... if priests...
I think you have the wrong fleet.
Hang on, what can we do here? Can everybody go and batter this lot?
Marching to war.
Oh, we can have them, man. Right, we'll fight Hugo, and then we'll call it on the verge of being able to actually.
Who's Hugo from?
The Holy Roman Empire. I think he's the Emperor.
Again? Oh, god damn it! I thought we'd have a new one. I was hoping it would be Hugo and he'd be French, and then we could have like a whole kind of a full house of European arse whooping on this episode.
Alright, okay. There's a spy in this city and he keeps opening the bloody gates. I need to get my own one in there. He just keeps doing it. It's annoying.
Alright. So it's not just carelessness.
No.
Though it could be.
Right, what have we got here? Some crossbowmen. Right, damn it. That's actually annoyingly they're gonna...
I'd love the idea for those crossbowmen to just be like angry, like cross as in angry. Just angry bowmen, like, oh, I hate being a bowman.
God, it's the
Getting...
worst.
Oh my god, it makes me so wrathful. Oh, there's that horse with the fancy eyebrows again. He's back.
He's an angry horse. Doubly angry.
Fancy anger. Oh, these guys are just having a go for it.
What's going on over here?
Chief up.
Just a
little henge.
Yeah. Let's watch the battle through here. I'll watch it from... Oh, damn it.
Through right the equinox. Is that how it works, isn't it? They line up with the sun, don't they, these things? Like, it's certain important cosmological dates? I don't know, because they're not calendar dates, are they? They're solar dates. Where are we fighting? Is this still Antwerp? Because once you look out the way, it looks like a flipping desert. Like, you look out to the north,
Antwerp, the desert of Europe.
with its mighty henge.
Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, everyone through the gates. Get him. Oh my god, run. What are you doing?
They don't have any siege weapons this time though, do they? So they can't really like bring them into the city to hang about.
I've got no idea what this bunch of numpties are doing over here. Alright, okay, just stand still and don't do anything. Right. I'll wait to shoot these a little bit first. Soften them up a little bit. Oh shit, look at this thing. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, wait, that's the like organ of death, isn't it?
Oh man, it totally made these guys shit themselves.
Hey, mate, shit yourself. What's it called? Is it?
The Ribolt.
Ah, yeah. It was like an organ cannon or something. As in,
yeah.
like, it's a cannon with the qualities of an organ, not a cannon that fires organs at people. Though that would be fun. I mean,
They're not
musical.
Really ripping through their own guys here.
With the revolt.
Yeah. How come none of these are dead? Firing. Oh, they are wearing some armor. Get him. Get him. Good night on night action. Smash.
Our foolish general has thrown his life away.
What?
Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
Nah.
Not really, mate.
Not
Negative Nelly. Look at the bar, man.
Our
Oh,
men
no.
are winning the battle.
Not the.
Oh, now listen to him.
We will smash the enemy.
You wouldn't say
he's
that
changed
30
his
seconds
tune,
ago,
hasn't he?
eh?
I know, short-term memory. Negative Nelly.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Who are shown from the Holy Roman Empire.
Yes, it's not the best shown from my knights either. How am I cutting down?
No,
some of you,
but I mean, just as a faction, as a character in this narrative, like, I know most of these armies serve to just show up and get a whooping, but also
What the hell?
they've not done well. They've not done themselves any favors.
They haven't.
haven't seen the Portuguese this episode either. They're normally about.
We haven't, have we?
The Portuguese were about quite a lot in season 1. Yeah. Who've been written out of the show. French as well. Haven't seen them this episode. They've been there, but they've sort of got their tails between their legs, haven't they? Or
they have.
Just consolidating in France. Just the French. You just get revolted, or is that?
No, I just ran him in front of me. Longbow. I thought it would be funny, and it was.
Did it for a laugh.
That's it. Pretty much done here.
They're just gonna time out now, isn't it?
Just gonna
the old fight.
Just shoot these crossbowmen a little bit, and then game over. There we go.
I smashed it.
Right. My God, we're nearly there, Joe. We've got like a proper big army to go to Europe with, and
the army is ready. This is like it's like when people tell you to like watch a series, but they tell you it gets good in season 4. Here we go. We've
it's finally gonna happen.
It's all coming to a head. This has been a long build up. We've been setting up a lot of stuff, but now after 14 episodes, I believe. Yeah, after 14 episodes, the arse whooping can commence because we're not just constantly being bossed about by every European faction who has just decided that they want to pick a fight with us.
Have a go.
Yeah.
Let's get at the point where we've got our little fleet ready, and then we can save and progress.
Yeah.
Aye, sire.
It's winter.
Ready, sire. Ships ready. Aye, sire.
Alright, okay.
Got a lot of fights out of this one, though.
Will,
I think this episode we got a lot of scrapping done.
We did.
Mainly against the same people that fight us all the time. But we didn't get much... Not that much management. Game seems to be speeding up to involve more fights now.
Everyone's hanging out in Edinburgh. Look at this. It's proper little... James de Beauchamp, Michelle Sandy, Garrett de Beauchamp,
Is that not Mitchell
and Prince
Sandy?
John the Honest. No, I'll call him Michelle.
Michelle.
That's the bants he gets. Alright, Michelle. Yeah, it's Mitchell, man. Aha, of course it is, mate.
Oh, look, it's Michelle.
Here comes Michelle. Oh, stop it, please.
Well,
Ships ready.
I mean, unless he's French and it's just Michael,
We will
yeah.
not surrender these
I mean, the other one's
waters
called de Beaumont, so it's like... and technically we started out this whole campaign as Normans, so, you know, French-speaking Vikings. Better be some French in there somewhere in there.
Bound to be. Oh, let's get this fleet over, man. We'll end it when we set foot on foreign shores. Right. You know what, I'm going to stop it there. I was just about to say that, and then I can't be bothered to have this fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to auto-resolve it either, because the AI is so bad. Even with this, I guarantee.
Even with this bounce effect, yeah. You'll suffer heavy losses.
We will. So, yeah, we'll save it there. We'll stop it there, and we'll be back at this next Friday to finally properly. Although no, I say we take the fight to Europe, but we have got a little foothold in Europe now. We've got these two and managed to hold on to them. So next time round, Joe, we'll give everyone a spanking.
Yes. Yeah. We'll move into the actual what we set out to do.
Yeah. Eventually.
many moons ago. Finally in a position where we can move on to the offensive instead of just defending from various European factions.
Yep. Go give everyone a kicking. Nice. Right, so all that remains is to say thanks for watching. If you want to follow us on social media, you can do so on Twitter at Indie Bandits. We've got a Discord as well. If you're into indie games or developing indie games, you can join us on Discord, get in the conversation there. Obviously, follow us on Twitch. We've got this stream and we've got indie game streams. We've got a few coming up. So there's many different ways you can get involved and watch and engage with the stuff that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you.